Sojourn with the Lord.
My house shall be called a house of prayer, but you are making it a den of robbers. Gospel of St. Matthew, chapter 21, verse 13. Respected fathers and my dear brothers in Jesus Christ, today let us meditate upon the passage where Jesus cleanses the temple. I could identify two categories of people here in the temple. The first category is the people who were selling and buying in the temple, and the second category is the blind and lame who came to Jesus. The attitude of Jesus towards these two categories is also quite different. Here it says, He overturned the tables of the money changers and the seats of those who sold doves. On the other hand, the blind and lame came to him in the temple, and he cured them. In other words, an attitude of roughness and rigidness towards those who came to the temple for some other purposes, and an attitude of mercy towards those who came to the temple in search of Jesus. In a similar way, we can see two kinds of people who are going for pilgrimage. One category is going with the intention of exploring the art and the specialities of the pilgrim center, and they may not be bothered about the spiritual aspects of the center. They may take some photos and pass by, watching all that are special to their eyes, while the other category visits it as something spiritual or to feel the presence of God. They will sit there, feel the presence of God, and take some time to leave the place. Even the body language is different in both these categories. Dear fathers and brothers, we also come to the chapel every day at various times and spend a lot of time here. But the question is, are we coming to the chapel in search of Jesus? Many a times, while sitting in the chapel, a lot of business or thoughts are going through our minds. It may be about the breakfast after the Holy Mass, about the exams and assignments, about the cultural events or games happening in Dharmaram, or in even some other thoughts. When these businesses overtake our thoughts, we forget the presence of the living God here. The house of God is not for doing any other businesses, but it is a house for prayer. Let us reflect. Do we really feel the presence of God here in the chapel? When we respond with Amen to the prayers recited here, are we fully conscious about the meaning of those prayers? Even though physically we are present in the church, are we doing some other businesses with our mind? Let us reflect about our behavior in the chapel and make amendments if necessary, for the house of God shall be called a house of prayer.